Kendall Jenner was born November 3rd, 1995 in Los Angeles, California, making her a Scorpio sun. Scorpio suns are known for being broody and secretive, and I can see Kendall having that type of energy. She may not get along with many people and only has a select few individuals that she truly trusts. Her Scorpio sun is in her 7th house of partnerships, however, so she very much loves being in a relationship and having a specific person she can call her own. She's not much into open relationships or polyamory. Scorpio in the 7th house likes having consistency in love and someone she can fully trust. I will say Sun in the 7th house people do have a lot of people that want to be friends with her or be accepted by her, but Scorpio suns are usually wary of newcomers. Her sun is trining her Saturn in Pisces, giving her inner strength and ambition. This also represents a lot of help from other people that have more power than she does, like her family. Her moon is in Aries, and it's also in the 2nd degree. 2nd degree is associated with being well positioned in life and making incredible achievements. It makes her the best at what she does. So we can see that 2nd degree in a lot of famous people's charts, but it really is like a degree that kind of tells you that they were born into a state or born into a higher position in life. And as much as people try to shit on her as a model, she has the look. She would have probably been a model with or without her family ties. She obviously got there much faster with her connections. Being an Aries moon makes your ambition almost your life purpose. So she does whatever she has to do to achieve success. I've always said Aries moons are on the meaner and more selfish end of the spectrum because of the immaturity of their emotions. And Aries moons have a ton of emotion. Most of the time they feel attacked and instinctually become defensive. They have a lot of walls up around them because they're easily hurt. With time, the walls do come down and they become a little bit more open with others, but that comes later in their life usually. Her moon is in the 12th house, giving her a natural psychic ability and also giving her the ability to see through the emotions of others. She's probably an excellent mediator between arguing friends or family members. The moon also represents the mother in the chart, and I think we can all say that Kris Jenner probably wasn't very attentive to Kendall's needs. Growing up, Kris Jenner plays favorites, and I've never heard her say that Kendall was her favorite, which is really sad for any child to be forgotten and left out by their mother. She may not be very good in relationships with other women because the relationship that she has with her mother. Probably doesn't know if the other women in her life are there because they love her and genuinely want to be there for her, or if they're just trying to get something from her. She's learned that love is conditional and probably plays the story out through all of her friendships and relationships with other women. She also, just like all the Kardashian Jenners, dates her friends' ex-boyfriends, which shows a wounded relationship with other women and the mother. Moon in the 12th house disconnects you from your feelings and basically buries old wounds and feelings down deep, so the chart holder feels numb to those inner emotions. She's obviously not very quick to share her emotions with others. Her moon is trining her Venus in Sagittarius. Her emotions bleed into her relationships and amplify them. She's kind of a romantic at heart, but because her Venus is in Sagittarius, she may not go for the traditional route when it comes to love. Sagittarius is like independence and self-sufficiency, so she can feel really suffocated in a relationship pretty fast. This may make her very confused about her partner because she really wants them to be around almost all the time, but even though she sees them as a kind of comfort zone, she is still agitated by them. But the small things in relationships are not lost on her, and she appreciates somebody who listens to her and makes her feel heard. Her moon is trining Pluto, giving her very powerful emotions and making her deeply sensitive. It also gives her intensity and an aura when she walks into a room. She has this vibe that she gives off that's kind of like impress me type of vibe. She doesn't waste her time on people that don't make the grade, so to speak. So she has a certain standard that she upholds and she doesn't veer from it very easily. I think this is where we see that rudeness that everyone talks about. I think that that's where she's getting it from. She's standoffish and aloof, and I think it's in her nature to not even know how she comes off to other people because the Aries moons are already not very polite, and when you add Pluto to the mix, the bitchiness is just subconscious at this point. But she's not confrontational, she's just uninterested. So Kendall has her moon trining Mars. The orb is kind of wide, so it's a bit more subtle, but this would just add to the standoffish nature that she already has, and it shows that she may use physical exercise to get things off her mind, and if she doesn't, then she needs to. It may make it hard for her to stop and relax for a while, as she feels as though she always needs to be moving or doing something. This is also where the anxiety that she has kicks in, and I would say specifically for her, I wouldn't suggest meditation as a form of solace for her. I would say exercising in nature, hiking, swimming, biking, or any team sport that has an edge of competition will greatly enhance her quality of life if she doesn't already do that, which she is pretty athletic, so I'm thinking that she does. Kendall's Venus is exactly conjunct Pluto in Sagittarius. So Pluto-Venus conjunctions in the chart usually leave room for a lot of romantic disappointment throughout the person's life, but they do put a lot of pressure on their person to be undying in their love and devotion. They're easily triggered and jealous lovers. They're hard to satisfy, and they like to poke holes in stories, looking for the lie or waiting for the other shoe to drop. Pluto-Venus contacts are soft and loving one minute and cold and detached the next. Keeping their lover at a distance makes it hard for her partner to feel truly comfortable and at home with her, and ironically, that's all she wants. This conjunction is also in the 8th house, adding more intensity to this aspect and making it harder for her to let go of long-lost loves. She may also be attracted to those who have more money than her or do very well for themselves. She's attracted to lovers that have a dark side or a shady past, and most of her lovers that she can't forget about are the ones that were emotionally unavailable and left her wondering what she did wrong, like a lot of us. Having an 8th house Venus-Pluto contact makes her very provocative and kind of sexually obsessed. It's very much all or nothing with her. She either wants to do it all the time or doesn't want to do it at all. So Kendall Jenner has her Mercury at the 29th degree of Libra in the 7th house. And like I said in my last video, 29th degree is called the crisis degree, and it victimizes the chart holder in some way. And in this case, Mercury in Libra is affected. So this has a lot to do with her speaking and thoughts. We all know that Kendall has been in a few scandals with Pepsi and the Biggie and Tupac scandal with the t-shirts. I think her controversies come from a real ignorance on how to be normal and not rich and famous her whole life. I mean, Mercury is speech, and because it's in a non-confrontational sign like Libra, you can see that she doesn't intentionally do these things for fun. She really just has no idea that she did something wrong. And this is also the reason for her panic attacks and sleep paralysis. I'd say Mercury at an anoretic degree is probably one of the scarier placements in a chart. It legit messes with your mind, and people that have these placements or anoretic degrees in Mercury can have very real mental illnesses, such as panic disorder, social anxiety, even borderline personality or bipolar disorder. And by this chart, I can kind of see a little bit of borderline personality, but I don't know her, nor am I a doctor. Well, her Mercury is squaring her Uranus and Neptune, which adds to the quirkiness. Unpopular opinion, but I really don't think that Kendall is a pick-me. I really think she is different than a lot of other girls. I don't think that she follows traditional gender roles. I mean, she can't even cut a cucumber. She's probably not making dinner for any man. So no, honestly, I don't even understand how she can be seen as a pick-me, since she's literally everything a guy would just like to have in a bro, not really a girlfriend. So Mercury squaring Uranus and Neptune makes her painfully unaware of how she comes off to others. So yes, she's tone deaf. She's a daydreamer, and she may not think things through all the way before doing things or committing to a job and making a judgment. Mercury-Neptune aspects are usually off in their own little world, so I think that she most likely prefers to be alone. She may be easily stressed out. I'm not making excuses for her. She grew up with a huge amount of help and privilege, and she has all the resources at her fingertips to at least try and help some of her issues. I don't think there's ever a reason to be rude, even if you have severe anxiety and panic attack. There's people that can help that. There's vitamins that can help brain chemistry and imbalances, so she must not see this as a problem. Kendall Jenner has her Mars in Sagittarius in the 8th house too. So because she's so 8th house heavy, 8th house can also be a very entitled house. Like everyone else's resources are basically your resources, and she's had so much help from her family. It definitely shows how much her family has helped catapult her to supermodel status in such a short amount of time. Mars here thinks about occultism and mysteries a lot. I know the Kardashians have been associated with some secret societies, and I don't know a whole lot about that, but I would say if she's in one, then she fits in. She loves the mysticism and secrecy of it all, and I think 8th house heavy people have ties to the afterlife in some way. So whether it's psychic mediumship, paganism, Wiccan, any kind of magic, divination, alchemy, astrology, she's into it. And with Mars there, she doesn't think about it, she does it. With Mars in Sagittarius, she may astro project, as Sagittarius is associated with travel, so astral travel, remote viewing, and also leadership in occultist organizations, so she rises through the ranks quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if all the Kardashian Jenners had heavy 8th house placements, but we'll see when we get into their chart. Her Mars is conjunct Jupiter in the 9th house, so her Mars and Jupiter in Sag attribute to her honesty. She is honest, even brutally brutally honest, and her Jupiter is in the 9th house, which adds to the entitlement. If you saw my Jennifer Lawrence video, I talked extensively about the 9th house and how pretentious they can get, or how they can come off pretentious. 9th house placements think they know everything and want to tell you how wrong you are about things. And with Jupiter there, anything and everything, even if it's the smallest thing that you got wrong, you will be corrected promptly by a Jupiter in the 9th house person. Sagittarius also has no problem making you look stupid, and the more people there to witness it, the better. It just makes them come off more competent, and 9th house placements need to look competent, cultured, sophisticated, and tasteful. You know, not too much skin showing, looks down on people who flaunt their assets too much. So if there's 2 words that can describe 9th house Jupiter, no matter the sign, it's superiority complex. Her Mars is trining her Ascendant, so the mean girl thing, it isn't just an act. This is how she comes off. This is who she is. She has her Ascendant in Aries, and Aries Ascendant people are you get what you get and you don't get upset type. They aren't coddlers, they aren't very nurturing, they're very stoic and motivated to complete tasks and achieve goals, kind of Capricorn-ish. She does fit in the Aries archetype, and Aries ascendants, they have pretty slender, boyish body types and narrow features, very rigid and pointed. She needs to work out. She absolutely lives off working out. She strives off a runner's high. She loves the high-intensity environments, and she would do well to take a few boxing lessons to get the anger out. Her Jupiter in Sagittarius is squaring her Pisces sun, giving her uneasiness around her freedom. She's always at war with her responsibilities. They're always in the back of her mind at all times. She feels as though she never really gets to rest or have fun, or having fun is mixed with business ventures or promotional advertisement. Never fun for fun's sake. She feels like she has to be perfect. I will say that she probably feels trapped inside that family. You have a mom that just expects you to keep pumping out money as she takes 15% from you, and sisters that live by the motto, get your ass up and work. 2 sisters that are billionaires, they all have kids, luxury brands, high profile men in rotation. I mean, can you really feel like you can relax in a family like that? Wouldn't you feel like you have a standard to live up to every waking moment? Wouldn't you feel bad if you wanted a break to just watch TV or play a video game or pick a flower? Something that won't make you money but brings you joy? Her Jupiter is trining her Ascendant, which is the fame aspect. So yes, she's famous. Yes, she's in the public eye. She's larger than life, a huge celebrity, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty much what Jupiter Ascendant positive aspects do for a person. Also, her Ascendant is at 13 degrees, which is an Aries degree, making her a double Aries. Well, a triple if you include her moon. So yeah, she gets to the root of the matter. Of course, she's not nice. Being nice is not on her list of priorities. She probably wasn't afforded many nice, genuinely kind, caring people around her to teach her how to be that way. So yeah, Kendall isn't exactly a wild child, party girl. She's doing what she has to do, and she's living in a state of survival mode. From what I see, I think she lives in fight or flight all the time, and if I were to make any predictions about Kendall, I'd say that as she gets older, you might see a little bit more of a spiritual side come out. If she does have kids, I would think that she would have 1 kid, and that baby could easily be a Libra or an air sign. As a mom, I could see her being very micromanaging and overprotective. So that's Kendall's chart. So let me know in the comments what chart you'd like to see me do. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of your faves. Get read. I'll see you in the next one.